So this week we are talking about things that are symmetrical and things that are asymmetrical. I will say that again. Symmetrical, asymmetrical. You might also hear the words symmetry or asymmetry. So something that is symmetrical, it looks like it's the same on one side as the other. It's very balanced, like somebody's face. Our faces are mostly symmetrical. What is happening on one side is happening on the other side. Now, something that is asymmetrical is something that is unbalanced. So one side would look much different than the other side. Let's look at some examples together. Something you may not know about me is that I love chickens. So we're going to use chickens as an example. Let's listen to this guy first. Impressive. Okay, let's look at this face. When we're looking at this rooster head on, what's happening on one side is exactly the same as what's happening on the other side. Look at this rooster in a line drawing. It's very balanced. Basically, one side of his face is the mirror image of the other side. Now let's look at this rooster. So because we're taking the picture from the side, that's what we're talking about. And this is not symmetrical. Look at the line drawing. What's happening on one side of the picture is very different than what's happening on the other side of the picture. That is asymmetrical. So in front of you, you should have this piece of paper now, and you have filled out your name and your grade. Start with the part at the top which says symmetrical. Now my page is empty, and I'm going to create half of an object, but on your page you already have something to work with. So I started with that half. Now I'm going to create a symmetrical drawing. You'll see with this stem and leaf that it's not exactly symmetrical because it's not a mirror image on one side as the other, but it's basically symmetrical. What are you going to turn your item into? So think of a creative idea from the shape that's on your page and what it could look like. When you start drawing your image, add other details. Make it a full and complete drawing. You can even add color at the end if you have enough time. Just remember, when you're doing symmetrical, what happens on one side of your image, of your picture, happens on the other side of your picture. That's what makes it symmetrical. Of course, your drawing doesn't have to be perfect. Look, I even made a little error there. It's not exactly perfect on one side as the other, but I'm going for the illusion of symmetry. So just do your best. Okay, now let's try asymmetrical. And starting with the exact same original shape, what could I possibly turn this into? And I will let you know that when I started this line, I actually had no idea what I was going to do. So let's see this weird creature that I end up making. Really, I'm just working at trying to make some sort of image that is asymmetrical. So one side looks drastically different than the other side. And here's the completed drawing. Okay, so now you have seen an example, you have the paper in front of you, find something to draw with, something to color with, and let's see what you can come up with. I look forward to seeing what you create.